Players break white QB's back for standing for Anthem. Chiefs star sends sick message to furious fans. Protests within the NFL have taken a nasty racist turn over the past several weeks, after Seahawks player Michael Bennett started a sick new trend where black players are now rendering black power salutes anytime they sack a white player on the field. The NFL has an even bigger scandal brewing, however, after white Raiders quarterback Derek Carr had his back broken over the weekend during a tackle, where some sports commentators are speculating that Carr's all-black offensive line refused to block for him, a savage punishment to Carr for choosing to stand for the national anthem while they all sat before the game. As Carr's season-ending injury looks to be the result of a disgusting act of racism on the football field, nothing could prepare fans for the sick thing that a Kansas City Chiefs player did just 24 hours after the Las Vegas massacre, as a literal FU to anyone upset about these racist protests. Monday night's football game between the Chiefs and Redskins was overshadowed by the horrifying massacre that took place just 24 hours prior, after a deranged gunman opened fire from the 32nd floor of the Mandalay Bay Resort and Casino, killing 59 and injuring 527 others. Many players decided to put aside their political differences in order to honor the dead, as many previous protesting athletes decided to stand for the national anthem in order to show unity for Americans during their time of grief. But Kansas City Chiefs cornerback Marcus Peters wasn't going to let the massacre of 59 Americans interfere with his protests, and callously chose to sit on his butt while the national anthem played, igniting fury across the stadium. While Peters' actions were enough to make most NFL fans swear off watching a Chiefs game forever, nothing could prepare the crowd for what Peters would do later in the game, as the cocky player would later be caught screaming something absolutely profane to the outraged fans in the bleachers. Noticing fans' displeasure for his choice to sit for the national anthem, Peters was caught screaming at a fan where he yelled "F-U-B" before slamming his helmet onto the ground like a petulant spoiled child. The incident was aired live on ESPN, and millions tuning in immediately caught Peters' sickening message to all NFL fans offended by his anti-American antics. Unfortunately, this wasn't the end of these racist players expressing their hatred towards their outraged former fans. As fed-up Americans have been burning their jerseys as a new way to counter-protest the NFL, Pittsburgh Steelers linebacker Vince Williams took to Twitter and told his former fans not to bother ever coming back. "If you burned your S, don't buy it back." #bandwagon closed. It's truly startling how the NFL has been transformed into a platform for these oppressed millionaires to spew their anti-American rhetoric, but even more startling how their protests and antics are now transforming into personal attack towards white players and their former fans. Are Americans seriously going to keep supporting an organization whose black players celebrate white players being sacked by rendering black power salutes, the very same gesture that black hate groups have used for decades to proclaim their superiority over the white race? Are Americans seriously going to support an organization that allows black players to intentionally let their white quarterback be tackled in order to teach him a lesson about standing for the national anthem, which appears to be what took place during the Raiders-Broncos game over the weekend? As we exposed earlier this week, white quarterback Derek Carr now has a fractured spine after one of his black teammates allegedly said that Carr could stand alone on the field, since he chose to stand alone for the national anthem. Are we seriously going to sit back while these racist athletes scream "F-U" at fans who are outraged over players refusing to honor the massacred victims of Las Vegas? The lines are clearly being drawn in this country, and you can choose to support these anti-American racist athletes, or you can be on the side of Team America. But if you choose to support the NFL, just remember that you're supporting athletes who disrespect our cops and soldiers, and putting money straight into the pocket of an organization that allows disgusting acts of racism towards whites to continue on the football field. Thank you for watching this video. What do you think about this? Share this on Facebook and Twitter along with your comments.